Hey Virgo, welcome to your June 2019 Blue Jay Calls General Tarot read. It's a general read, so take what works for you in finding your balance, leave what imbalances you or doesn't help you resolve your situations peacefully and harmoniously alone. It's not a message for you. I'm not in my usual spot, so we're just going to get going reading the cards. I've laid them all out, and we'll just get a read for them. So there's a tower moment as your current energy, and moving through that tower moment, on either side of it, we have the Ten of Cups and the Two of Swords, and in the middle, a controlling, nitpicking energy. So, in the middle of your happiness, you may have a nitpicking and controlling energy that makes you feel bound and blind and sort of stuck. Really brings down your fun from a 10 to a 2. That energy is also overlying hopes, dreams, and wishes. So this Ten of Cups might be your hope, dream, and wish, and you're working towards it. You're getting good results and success, but it does feel like work. And if you slip in your mind, you may feel bound and stuck and abandon your hopes, dreams, and wishes, which might be what's related to this tower energy. Or if you stay working hard, you can move towards that Ten of Cups. Underneath that is the magician energy, so you're going to have to cut something off. The magician's all balanced and together and in himself, and the ace of swords cuts off for good or bad things. Doesn't necessarily mean you're cutting off a good thing or a bad thing, but you're cutting something off. And that cut with the ace of swords as your current energy leads to death and a transformation and change. And that death and transformation is going to focus around, again, your wealth, your balance inside. The transformation is around the King of Pentacles or the Five of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is, like the top of the heap. He's got it all. He's a steady, solid creator. And the Five of Pentacles, well, crap, the bottom just fell out of that, and people are walking away, and they're paupers. So this transformation and this caution seems to revolve a situation. If I were thinking about it from you as an internal person, it's your own happiness. Like, if you feel happy, you're the Ten of Cups. If you start getting nitpicky and controlling with yourselves, you're the Two of Swords or the Five of Pentacles. So really think about how you present yourself and where you want to be, Virgo, and go from there. This transformation can lead to perfected work with the Four of Wands, and also some layer of illusionary success. So a lot of offers, a lot of potential, and depending on which way you go, you're either going to wind up with a fucked up situation and death, or temperance and balance. So as you're thinking about these things and you're gathering information about all these different things to get to this perfected work, make sure you follow the temperate path. Otherwise, death might be the outcome. And it seems to be like a lot of this dichotomy here. You're either a king or a pauper. You're temperate or you're dead. You're an angel or you got a bunch of knives in your back. So this tower moment seems to be pretty important for whatever that's worth to you, Virgo. So moving along from this potential here, we get messages related to work, messages of diligence, and hard work, and that brings some layer of justice. Whatever this message is that's coming in, it brings some layer of justice. This victory with the Nine of Wands is all about having an overbearing force, being that overbearing force. You can see this person's been walloped by life, and they're just there sitting in it, and they've moved on to the energy of the world. Probably related to some messages of love. So opening yourself up to the world, working, getting out there, doing things will create some layer of justice, give you that strength to move on, and then receive messages of love. Now, what's unknown to this situation? There's a lot of proposals around this situation with the Ten of Pentacles and a potential success. And with the Hangman, there's some enforced sacrifice. You got to give some stuff up. And related to that giving it up, some of those things might seem or be cruel or overbearing to have to give up, or you have to put walls up against them. And some of them might require more rest from strife. But this choice here, this hangman, this sacrifice, looking at the proposals, thinking about cruelty, taking that time to rest will help you identify which one's going to be the Nine of Cups for you. And remember, in our current energy, we had the Ten of Cups below that tower moment and this King of Swords energy. So my guess is whatever you have to cut off, by taking that temperate path, resting from strife, Putting up force, but not too much force, will put you back into this king energy. Now, I asked about this force and strife, and I got the Five of Wands, which is strife, and the Ace of Wands centered around the Lover's card. So the love of self is all about having that rush and vigor for yourself, the action you need to take care of the things you do. And if you don't take that action of self-love for you, you wind up with a lot of strife, conflict, and problems. The Three of Pentacles is the caution here, sort of crowning the Lover's card. There's selfishness associated with that, and that selfishness can create illusions and problems where you're just like dreaming with the moon and you're not actually being a solid creator or having that foundation. Again, we're dealing with like petty or malcontent energy, people who have malice towards you, or you have malice towards yourself. And that might be part of the illusion, is that. And that malice may come about as a result of this selfishness with the Three of Pentacles. Moving from this petty place, we find the Queen of Swords, who's cutting and pure and strong. So it might be whatever petty situation you encounter. It makes you move up to your queenly energy, and you're just ready to cut that shit off. We saw the Ace of Swords over there in the current energy, so we know a sword is coming in somewhere, and this is on the What's Unknown to You section. So at some point you're going to move into this Queen of Swords energy, and you're going to have to cut something off that's either petty and malice or selfish, and that's your own pettiness or malice potentially, or somebody else's, but that moves you into this situation. And by cutting that off, my theory is that you should move into things with a rush and a vigor as opposed to strife and conflict, and that ultimately moves you to this place where you're balanced as the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords. Now, a final outcome here is the Six of Pentacles, which is about purse pride and riches and wisdom. Some quick action with the Knight of Wands, a brief period of time alone as the Hermit, investigating things, thinking about things, and those things that you're going to think about are going to be related to nostalgic situations, as we see with the Six of Cups, and just like thinking back lovingly to the good times. And then the Seven of Pentacles, being a solid creator with some level of illusionary success. Anytime we spend too much time thinking about the past, it's really just illusions. Whatever success we can recreate by going through past situations is that illusionary success. And it can be a lot of work to dig through the past. So don't spend a lot of time in the past. Think about movement, think about getting together with people. What else is the final outcome? We have you walking away from something, the Eight of Cups, to become a more graceful and poetic king. And then be in a position where you can offer these dreamy messages of love and hope. How do you move through whatever this situation is to this King of Cups? Well, the bottom of the deck suggests that you're going to have to acquiesce by contention. The Four of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, and so you're going to have some movement that you don't want to make. You may spend some time sitting and pondering it, but ultimately that decision is going to move you into a more graceful and loving energy for yourself. So that's what I got for you today. Have a great rest of the month, and we shall see you next time.